What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. As always, on your Tuesday morning, WWE Monday Night Raw review for last night's show, March 17th, 2014. We are in Shawn Michaels country last night, San Antonio, Texas, from the AT&T Center. Now, guys, Monday Night Raw did what it needed to do. As always, WWE has been solid. WWE has been solid for the most part. There's a few things here and there that I'm not happy with. We'll discuss it. But for the most part, WWE has been rock solid with the forwarding of the Triple H vs. Daniel Bryan angle. We'll talk about that right off the bat. There's a few things that I'm not too pleased with as far as WWE storylines go for two of the big four matches at WrestleMania, and I'll talk about that later on in this review. But the show opened last night with Occupy Raw. Now, if you guys don't know what Occupy Raw is, if you guys missed my Monday Night Raw review, Daniel Bryan hijacked Monday Night Raw last week. He hijacked Monday Night Raw, took over the show, had a bunch of fans, and I used the quote fingers here, fans, in the ring. About 100, 150 people crowded the outside of the ring. Inside the ring, Daniel Bryan took over a portion of the show and asked Triple H, I will give you your show back if you give me what I want. And you know, obviously, what we all know Daniel Bryan wanted was a match with Triple H. He got it. Daniel Bryan vs. Triple H is official for WrestleMania 30. And then obviously that's not all he wanted. He wanted a WWE Championship match. So the stipulation right now going into WrestleMania is if Daniel Bryan defeats Triple H, he gets a WWE Championship match that same night. He is inserted into the triple threat match with Randy Orton and Batista. So we come to this week. Occupy Raw again was highlighted at the opening of the show. Triple H is in the ring, cuts a mid-ring promo, okay? Cuts a promo right in the middle of the ring. It didn't need to be this way, is what Triple H said. It didn't need to be this way. We could have went about things a completely different way. But now he is here, and he's going to destroy Daniel Bryan. Not only Daniel Bryan, he's going to destroy the Yes Movement. He said a couple of things about Daniel Bryan, and that he has a few more things to say about Daniel Bryan, which will be saved for later in the show. Okay? Triple H then went on to say that we have a great show, and then all of a sudden, Batista comes out, and Batista is angry. He vents to Triple H. He's upset about the possibility of Daniel Bryan being added to the main event. He don't want the idea going into WrestleMania where he's got to be in a match, and he doesn't have to be pinned to lose. What are you thinking, Hunter? What are you thinking, Triple H? That's what Batista is asking. Triple H then said, Batista, Dave, you know, what are you thinking? You know, there's no hope in hell that Daniel Bryan is going to beat me at WrestleMania. And then all of a sudden, Randy Orton comes out. He makes his way down to the ring. Orton also was not happy about the triple threat possibility. Hunter again told them that Daniel Bryan doesn't stand any chance whatsoever about beating him at WrestleMania. There's no chance Daniel Bryan is going to advance at WrestleMania 30. You know, and then he says to both of them, has Daniel Bryan really gotten that far in both of your heads? Then Batista comes back and says, apparently not as much as he's gotten inside yours. Then Randy Orton asks for a one-on-one match, even a no DQ match, no disqualification match against Daniel Bryan, so that he can prove to Hunter, so that he can prove to Stephanie and the Authority that he could do what Batista failed to do last week in a very sloppy match, by the way. I don't know why they put that match on, but I'm telling you right now, that is not the last we will see of Daniel Bryan versus Batista in 2014. Very sloppily done match. They wasted so much time last week that it should have been given a decent 15 minutes, not a 6 or 7 minute match. But it did what it needed to do last week. You know, it got Daniel Bryan over. He stood tall at the end of Monday Night Raw. I really couldn't complain as far as that goes. But obviously we'll talk about that again later on in the show. So, Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan is set for Monday Night Raw main event, okay? Oh, it wasn't the main event. It was actually the 9 o'clock hour. The top of the 9 o'clock hour they started. No DQ match. It was a great match. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But that's pretty much how the show started for Monday Night Raw. Orton also said that people didn't believe in Dave Batista. Batista hasn't lived up to the hype. You know, otherwise they wouldn't be in the situation they are in now. Batista said the fans love Daniel Bryan, and they are in this spot because Orton sucks. Batista called Bryan a paper champion. Hunter was just completely sick of their bickering. He said he's sick of the Hollywood stars coming back and telling him, the shit that he needs to do. He's sick of the Hollywood stars coming back thinking they know more about the business than he does. He's also tired of guys like Orton, who can't win matches without having their hands full. Then Hunter said he thinks the old man was right, that you can't trust anyone other than yourself. There's going to be a triple threat match at WrestleMania regardless. If Daniel Bryan wins or loses, there will be a triple threat match at WrestleMania. And the big news of the night is that Hunter said if he defeats Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, it will be Triple H versus Randy Orton versus Batista for the WWE Championship. Main event at WrestleMania 30. Hunter then left the ring, and then all of a sudden, RKO on Batista. That's the way we started Monday Night Raw. I like this, okay? I'm telling you why right now. I like this stipulation simply because it gives more intrigue to the WWE Championship match. Because as it stayed right now, if it was just Daniel Bryan versus Triple H with the opportunity for Daniel Bryan to win and then go on to the main event, it's too, I would say, predictable. Even though this is a situation and a scenario, I'm okay with the predictability of it. Okay? Daniel Bryan wins, he's in the main event. We know that is going to happen 100%. If it doesn't happen, there's going to be a fucking backlash or a fucking riot for the remainder of WrestleMania. We all know this. But if Triple H wins, he's inserted into the main event, and it gives the idea that, to the WWE universe I'm talking about, not to us smart people. It gives the idea to the casual fan, well, maybe Daniel Bryan has a shot of losing this. Because now if Triple H is, instituting a stipulation where if he defeats Daniel Bryan, he's in the main event. There's a possibility that Triple H can walk out of WrestleMania the WWE champion. And this was something that we were afraid of, dating back to even before the WrestleMania 30 build began. Was Triple H going to be hogging all the spotlight for WrestleMania? Here we are now in a similar situation, and Triple H is potentially giving himself a WWE Championship match, even though he's a semi-retired wrestler. He's the COO of the WWE. I like it. It builds intrigue. It makes the match more important, and I am very, very happy and actually thrilled with this angle. This is the best angle the WWE has going into WrestleMania. They righted the ship very well after the colossal fucking mistake that they made at the Royal Rumble. This all could have been avoided. And Randy Orton said it in the promo that they cut on Monday Night Raw last night to start the show. This all could have been avoided. Nothing to do with Batista. Nothing to do with Orton. This is all WWE creative. This is Vince, Triple H, and Stephanie's doing. They didn't want to give Daniel Bryan the win at the Royal Rumble, and this all could have been avoided, but the WWE, surprisingly, shockingly, has righted the ship here and has given us something to believe in going into WrestleMania. I can't complain about that. I really can't. Now they're just filling in loose ends. The WWE right now is just filling in loose ends to make you believe, as the casual viewer, that Daniel Bryan legitimately has a shot of just falling apart at WrestleMania. And I told you this last week. This all, even though this stipulation was added last night, this is all still very predictable. And predictable in a good way, because Daniel Bryan deserves the WWE Championship. He deserves to walk out of WrestleMania and have his moment as the King of the Mountain. But I like this simply because, like I said, the WWE righted the ship, but I said last week, what WWE needs to do right now, and if they're booking this long term up until WrestleMania, hopefully they have everything laid out. Daniel Bryan needs to walk out of that match with Triple H, either on a stretcher or needs to be fucking complete to the point where he can't even stand on his own. And then all of a sudden, we can possibly introduce Vince. We can have other surprises come in, maybe a potential CM Punk return. I don't know. I'm just giving you shit off the top of my head. But Daniel Bryan needs to go into that triple threat match on the verge of not even fucking competing. And all of a sudden pull out the victory. That's going to make the moment just a little bit more sweeter for Daniel Bryan. But I do like where they're going with this angle. It's been booked perfectly. And we'll talk about that a little bit more, because this was not the last situation between Triple H and Daniel Bryan. They actually ended the show, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But the show did start off with that big announcement. I like it. And like I said, I could not be more thrilled and pleased with the way the WWE has righted their wrongs here and has given the fans, and they're actually listening to the WWE fans about this whole Daniel Bryan situation. So it was a very good way to start off the show. And like I said, I couldn't be more thrilled with the way the WWE has been handling this situation. Moving on, guys, after that opening segment with Triple H, Batista, and Randy Orton, we go into a tag team match, non-title, the Real Americans and the Uso Brothers. Two teams that I do see factoring into the WWE tag team title picture, especially after last night. Now, there was rumors going around that Cesaro, Swagger, and Big E were going to be involved in a triple threat IC title match at WrestleMania. But as far as I know, Big E is in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Now, the Real Americans last night defeated the Uso Brothers. They defeated the tag team champions, okay? Cesaro got the neutralizer, hit his uppercut, and pinned, I don't know who it was, Jay or Jimmy, I don't know which one it was, I don't remember. But regardless of that, Cesaro hit the uppercut and the neutralizer and got the win for the Real Americans. Now, does this mean the Real Americans have squared away their differences? With this whole bickering and who's better than who and who's interfering in each other's matches. Does this mean the Real Americans are going to be added to the tag team title picture at WrestleMania 30? Now, the only thing that I don't like here is Cody Rhodes and Goldust. Okay? I think Cody Rhodes and Goldust deserve to be mixed into the tag team title picture. I mean, these two guys legitimately carried the load of this tag team division on their back. They revived for a little bit, not completely, the tag team division in WWE. These two guys went out on a weekly basis and give you unbelievable fucking matches. They had great matches with The Shield. They had great matches with Big Show and Rey Mysterio. You name a tag team, and they got in the ring and just fucking completely stole the show on Monday Night Raw. Whether it be Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, or pay-per-view. Goldust and Cody Rhodes deserve to be in the tag team title picture. I don't even know why they took the belts off them to begin with. There was a mistake for the New Age Outlaws to defeat the Rhodes brothers. I mean, look at the Outlaws now. I mean, coming back, the Outlaws, yeah, it was good to see them. They can still go in the ring, but they don't have that crowd command anymore. They don't have that control of the crowd like they used to have. Now, all the WWE Universe is too young. They don't remember the New Age Outlaws back in their older days. The casual fan is not going to know who the Road Dogg or Badass Billy Gunn is. They're not going to know their famous catchphrase before their match, where Road Dogg gets on the mic and does his little thing. The younger audience doesn't know that. And I don't know why the WWE brought them back and put them in such a prominent role and took that away from Goldust and Cody Rhodes. That's something that I would never have done. I would have never had the Rhodes brothers, Goldust and Cody, lose those tag team title belts. That's just me. They were doing such an amazing job that they deserved to go into WrestleMania as the tag team champions. WWE could have went about this a completely different way. Never mind, the Randy Orton, Batista, Daniel Bryan, Triple H situation. Obviously WWE could have went about that in a completely different way. They also could have went about this in a different way with the tag team championships. So what I see now is Cesaro is gaining more and more popularity because after the win last night, you heard the fucking male demographic cheering for Cesaro. It's like pretty much when you see John Cena come out, you see all the fucking little kids and the women cheering, and then the male demographic, most of them in the building just fucking saying, get the fuck out of here. They're booing him out of the building. Those are the same people that are cheering for Cesaro. Cesaro is not fully there yet. He's on his way, okay? But Cesaro and Jack Swagger, if they're going to be added to the tag team championship match at WrestleMania against the Uso brothers, I'm all for it. I'm done with the New Age Outlaws. I'm done with the Uso brothers going at it. I don't want to see them go at it anymore, even though they still have a stipulation where they get a rematch. They have to invoke their rematch clause according to storyline purposes, but I don't know what they're going to do with the tag team championship. They may make it a fatal four-way, which again is boring and dull. I want to see one team go against one team and just give us a WWE championship match, tag team championship match. That's all I want. I want classic tag team wrestling. I want 20 minutes out of two teams that are just going to fucking bring it at WrestleMania 30. I know Cesaro will bring it. I know Swagger will bring it. I'm big fans of both of them. I'm big fans of both of their in-ring work. I'm a fan of the Uso brothers as well, but they just don't do it for me completely. They deserve a run with the tag team championships because they've been given shit after shit after shit for all these years. And finally, they're, in the spotlight because obviously they've been on Total Divas. People now know who they are. They've been featured a little bit more in the public. it is what it is. But I do want to see the Real Americans versus the Uso brothers in some way, shape, or form at WrestleMania. I think it would be good for the tag team division because I don't want to see another rehashed, Outlaws match. We've seen it. I want to see something fresh at WrestleMania. This is what it boils down to. I want to see something fresh at WrestleMania. I don't want to see the same shit that we've been seeing on TV. This is WrestleMania 30. This needs to be given some more fucking spice, some more flair. I'm done with the fucking rehashed bullshit. Now the WWE is getting desperate because they can't fill out the rest of the undercard. They better do something really, really good to fill out the undercard for WrestleMania. I really hope so. Anyway, moving on, we had Sheamus versus fucking Titus O'Neil. That's absolutely fucking irrelevant. Sheamus threw his name into the Battle Royal, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I know you guys are painfully upset about not seeing Christian versus Sheamus at WrestleMania because we've seen it fucking 4 times before on WWE TV. But it seems like that storyline is going to continue into the Battle Royal. And hopefully the WWE treats this Battle Royal as something new and something epic at WrestleMania. It needs to be on the main card. It doesn't need to be a fucking pre-show, okay? This needs to be treated like a Royal Rumble. I want people coming out every minute and a half. I want people, treating it as a big deal. I don't want 30 men in the fucking ring at one time because it's just sloppy and lazy booking. I don't want to see that happen. It needs to be treated something other than a traditional Battle Royal. It needs to have something different to it. Okay, it needs to be like a Royal Rumble, but it doesn't have to have the prestige as a Royal Rumbles. But, we'll see what the WWE goes with and does at WrestleMania. So, John Cena and Bray Wyatt. John Cena actually sounded afraid of Bray Wyatt. He comes out and makes his entrance. He said some people are happy, some people are not so happy. He's always given the fans his best, and he's always been honest. And he wanted to get something off his chest. He's afraid, and I'm using the quote fingers again, he's afraid of Bray Wyatt. Yeah, like I'm supposed to believe John Cena's afraid of Bray Wyatt. This again reeks desperation because the WWE doesn't know how to handle this match. This match is built off nothing. It really is. If you think about it, this match is built off nothing. It's built off the one thing that Bray Wyatt has said. He wants to take the man down. He wants to take their hero down. That's all this match is built off of. It goes well with Wyatt's character, but the WWE has failed to build from that one line. They have not built around this. Okay? John Cena said that Wyatt will try to destroy his legacy and everything that he stands for. Wyatt is trying to convince the viewers that he's not who he says he is and that he's filled with evil. I say, the hell with that. I've been here for too long and I've been through too much. Cena said he will fight for everything at WrestleMania. WrestleMania is where I will fight for my legacy, and that's where he ended that. Okay? I do like the fact that John Cena was serious. I do like the fact that John Cena put over the fact that you come to WrestleMania to fight. I do like that. You come to WrestleMania to fight. You come to WrestleMania to fight what you stand for. That's what WrestleMania is all about. You come, you fucking put on the show of shows, and you show the fucking people who you are. I like that about John Cena's promo. That's the only good thing I took away from that promo, because I don't believe that John Cena is afraid of Bray Wyatt. So then Wyatt comes on the Titantron. Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, wearing the goat mask, or the sheep mask, whatever the fuck it is. They come on the Titantron. He said, children believe everything is good, and then that they live long enough to learn everything is a lie. Wyatt said his own childhood wasn't all rainbows and butterflies. He said that a few scars that the world gave to him, it was his birthright to have those scars. And then, obviously, a fucking Cena chant broke out, blah, blah, blah. Wyatt said that he could be just like John Cena. He could sign the autographs, kiss the babies. And my line of the night, he can go home to his plastic girlfriend in his castle. I died laughing when he said that. Bray Wyatt calling Nikki Bella a plastic fucking girlfriend. Bray Wyatt is fucking biblical on the mic. This guy is a true WWE heel. This is the reason why I became a WWE fan. Heels like this. I love the heels. There's a few baby faces mixed in that I actually sympathize for and I want to see happen and rise up to the occasion, like Daniel Bryan. But Bray Wyatt has such an old school feel to him. His heel work has been absolutely off the charts amazing since he debuted with the WWE. There's no doubt in my mind that Bray Wyatt is going to win at WrestleMania. It's pretty much a fucking birthright for him to win at WrestleMania. He mentioned having those scars being a birthright. It's a birthright for Bray Wyatt to defeat John Cena at WrestleMania. Now, if John Cena wins at WrestleMania, Bray Wyatt will never look serious in the eyes of the WWE Universe ever again. Ever. Especially losing at WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt needs to go into WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt needs to put on the match of his fucking career. And Bray Wyatt needs to defeat John Cena at WrestleMania. Do you know how much more significant Bray Wyatt will be if he defeats John Cena clean at WrestleMania? You have to think of your future. Bray Wyatt is the future of the WWE. Cena doesn't have that much long to go. Cena's 36 years old. How long do you think he's going to continue wrestling at the rate he's wrestling? Bray Wyatt needs to be the winner walking into WrestleMania because Bray Wyatt right now is more important than John Cena. Bray Wyatt is your future. Bray Wyatt is your future WWE champion. I firmly believe this. But the match that they're going to have at WrestleMania, even though Wyatt has held up his end of the deal with promos, Cena seems to be a little bit behind. Okay? I do expect this match to be a black horse match going into WrestleMania. A lot of people don't think Cena can wrestle, and I'm not a Cena fan. Don't get me wrong. But Cena, when he's called upon, can deliver a good match. Okay? Bray Wyatt obviously is going to carry this match. I do believe Bray Wyatt to win. I do believe this match may be the dark horse going into WrestleMania. A lot of people may not think this match is going to be anything special, but I do believe this match is going to bring hell. This match is going to be chaotic at WrestleMania. I firmly believe that. So I do think Wyatt needs to win. Cena needs to take the backseat on this one, guys. I know you agree with me. Bray Wyatt needs to walk out of WrestleMania as the winner against John Cena. Now, moving on, we had Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan. Great match. Did what it needed to do. Batista, earlier in the night, had left the building. All of a sudden comes back. These WWE no DQ matches, it's all the same shit. You got fucking kendo sticks and steel chairs. This is not no DQ. Back in the day, Attitude Era, there was fucking tables. There was thumbtacks. There was barbed wire. Stop signs, street signs, fucking carriages, whatever you could fucking name. Or it was there in a no DQ match back in the Attitude Era. But no DQ match here in the PG era, nothing but kendo sticks and fucking steel chairs. And a finishing move through the plastic announce table that Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler, and JBL sit at. But this was a decent match. Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan never failed to deliver. We seen Daniel Bryan win here, but without help. Okay? Or with help, rather. Batista comes in. He had left the building. Comes back. Spears Randy Orton. Daniel Bryan sees the opportunity to pin Randy Orton. Pins him 1, 2, 3. And then Batista, all pissed and upset, Batista bombs Randy Orton as they end that match. It was a pretty decent match. I'm not going to say it's great. Pretty decent match. About 15 minutes. Daniel Bryan pinned Randy Orton in a no DQ match. But Daniel Bryan will get his at the end of the show. All right. Obviously, what else do we got here? Paul Heyman. This is another thing I'm upset about. And before I get into the main thing with Triple H and Daniel Bryan, Paul Heyman is doing the best he can for this Brock Lesnar match against The Undertaker. Okay? WWE's video packages are fantastic. They did a video package last night that highlighted The Undertaker's streak. And the one thing that they did with this video package was highlight The Undertaker's last few matches. Okay? Undertaker was completely dominant early on in his career. We know this, if you're a fan of The Undertaker. But obviously, as WrestleMania has gone on and as the streak has gone on, The Undertaker seems to be struggling just a little bit more every year. He defeated Shawn Michaels with the skin of his fucking teeth at WrestleMania 25. Ended Shawn Michaels' career at WrestleMania 26. Was stretchered out in a match against Triple H at WrestleMania 27, which was the first time I've ever seen The Undertaker stretchered out, which made you believe The Undertaker may be on his last leg as far as his career goes. Undertaker comes back in a Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania 28 against Triple H, gave us a fucking hell of a match, and the ending of that match was absolutely fucking off the charts. WrestleMania 29 defeats CM Punk, which, Undertaker really didn't struggle against CM Punk. Delivered a fucking 4-star match, but I didn't see The Undertaker struggling like he did with Triple H. That was all part of the storyline. Now we come to WrestleMania 30, but Paul Heyman is highlighting that the more the streak goes on, the more the Undertaker has struggled to keep that streak alive, to remain undefeated. Brock Lesnar is going to defeat the streak at WrestleMania. This is according to Paul Heyman. Okay? Undertaker's vaunted streak at WrestleMania will be conquered by Brock Lesnar. Heyman said that on April 6th at WrestleMania, Undertaker's streak will rest in peace. Okay? I like that they are portraying the Undertaker falling victim to the hands of time. This is what Paul Heyman said. The Undertaker is falling victim to the hands of time, that he's aging. I love that they brought up this aspect of the Undertaker aging. Undertaker aging is the main reason why we do believe the streak is in danger. Undertaker is 48 years old, going up against a fucking animal. An animal known as not Batista. I'm thinking Animal Batista. Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is more of an animal than Batista is, believe me, people. An animal, a beast, such as Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. 36 years old, in the best shape of his fucking career, Brock Lesnar. I want to believe going into WrestleMania that Brock Lesnar has a legit shot of beating the streak. The only thing that I'm not sold on is that they haven't instilled that in everyone's mind. They have not given you any reason to believe Brock Lesnar will defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and this will be the downfall of this match. Yes, it's going to be a fucking fantastic match. Yes, it's something that we're all waiting to see. But do you as a viewer think that Brock Lesnar legitimately has a shot of beating the streak? Just based off that one thing? That The Undertaker's falling victim to the hands of time? No, that's not enough. It's not enough. Undertaker will defeat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Undertaker will be 22-0. Undertaker will go on to WrestleMania 31 in California with a showdown with Sting. That's my prediction on that. But Brock Lesnar will fall to The Undertaker at WrestleMania 30. And finally, guys, we have the ending, which I will talk about. We got Daniel Bryan and Triple H. Okay, before I go on, this is probably my longest review ever. If you guys like these in-depth reviews, let me know. Figured I'd do something different this week, but pretty much Triple H comes down. He's going to take care of business. And Stephanie wanted him to take care of business earlier in the show. He's like, take care of Daniel Bryan. This is bullshit. Okay? Now, Triple H went into this with a potential neutral face thing going on. They may be, teasing something along the lines of Triple H becoming a neutral authority figure after WrestleMania. I didn't know. Okay? Triple H is in the ring with Daniel Bryan, and he called him out. All right? Hunter thanked him for coming to the ring. He said it wasn't a popular decision within his circle to come out and talk to Bryan. He said he'd be lucky if his wife spoke to him later. But he wanted to look at Bryan in the eye like a man. Triple H said everything he'd done to Bryan was because he believed it was best for business. None of this was personal. This is about what's best for WWE. He wouldn't debate what's right and wrong, and he can't expect anyone to understand the burdens of his decisions that he has to make day in and day out regarding what's best for this company. Hunter said Bryan crossed the line last week and that he can't come back from it. Okay? However, he said that he's willing to let it be water under the bridge. He said if there was anything that he can do that was supposed to happen this way and that they were supposed to be in the ring together, okay? He said that they would step in the ring together at WrestleMania and fight. He said he wouldn't apologize to Bryan for what he's done to him, nor should Bryan apologize to him. You crossed the line, and now I have no choice but to put an end to all of this. I really don't want to, but I have no choice. He said he has to put an end to the Yes Movement and the uprising of Daniel Bryan. He has to shut it down. And if that means putting Daniel Bryan down, then apologies now. That's what I have to do, okay? Because that's what's best for business. Hunter said that, as a man, he just wanted to look Bryan in the eye and tell him no hard feelings. He offered Bryan his hand and said, may the best man win. Bryan looked around, shook his head no. Hunter said it's cool. He'd do the same thing, probably even worse, if he was in Bryan's position. Triple H said that he's dumped a ton on Bryan since SummerSlam. He said he hasn't stopped. He put roadblocks in front of him, yet Bryan is still here standing. Yes chants going on. The fans are chanting for Daniel Bryan. You know why they say that? Hunter asked. Because they respect you. He said they have seen Bryan go through so much crap that he dumped on him. All right. He said anyone else would have taken their ball and gone home, which was a CM Punk reference, okay? Hunter told Bryan that if nothing else, he's earned his respect. And all of a sudden, Stephanie McMahon comes out, questioning the whole respect angle. You respect him? You respect him? She said what Bryan did last week was illegal. She ushers out police. Arrest that man. Bryan is under arrest. Next thing you know, fucking police are holding him down, arresting him, putting him in handcuffs. He's got his hands tied behind his back. Hunter walked out and confronted Steph off mic. Okay? He recalled telling her that he had it covered. I have it covered. I got it under control. They both accused one another of undermining the other's authority. Meanwhile, the cops surrounded Bryan and used nightsticks. They used nightsticks and handcuffs. Bryan yelled, "Get off of him. Get off of me. Get off of me." All right? Hunter and Stephanie smiled at one another, which at that point I knew something was going on. Okay? Hunter got back in the ring, told the cops, "Enough. It's not what I wanted. Let him go. You guys need to back off." And at that point, Triple H became Triple H. You guys aren't even real cops. Hunter dismissed the cops and then said, "I'm going to look forward to doing this myself." Triple H just beat the shit out of Daniel Bryan, and it needed to happen. An aggressive, a chaotic fucking brawl on the outside. Daniel Bryan handcuffed. No offense whatsoever. This needed to happen, and I'm glad it happened. Daniel Bryan needs to be beaten just like he was on Monday Night Raw at WrestleMania by Triple H. I want to believe Daniel Bryan is completely fucking done at WrestleMania. Okay? This needed to happen last night. Triple H needed to get one over on Daniel Bryan because Daniel Bryan went over last week. This is Wrestling 101, folks. If you've been watching the product as long as I have, you have no problem with what happened last night. This needed to happen. Triple H laid out Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was laid out to close Monday Night Raw. Okay? It was a great fucking ending. Excellent fucking ending. Hunter was believable in his little fucking neutral babyface tease early on. Played it great. Then the beatdown was as vicious as anything you'd see in the PG era. I firmly believe that. Triple H was Triple H. That's the fucking game I want to see out of Triple H. He needs to be that way at WrestleMania. He just laid out Daniel Bryan. Stephanie and Triple H kissed in the middle of the ring. Stephanie did the mock yes routine. And then Hunter and Stephanie closed Monday Night Raw. Hunter took the mic and told the fans that it was their ring, their show, and there was no yes movement. And that's the way they ended Monday Night Raw. Great ending. Great way to close Monday Night Raw because of what happened last week with Occupy Raw. It's all falling into place, folks. Do not be concerned. WrestleMania is going to be great, revolving around Daniel Bryan and Triple H. Like I said before, WWE has righted their wrongs. I'm looking very much forward to seeing this match between Daniel Bryan and Triple H. It's going to be fucking epic. People are going to be wanting to see the revenge on Triple H. They're going to want to see the revenge on the Authority. It's all going to end with Daniel Bryan winning the WWE Championship. How we get there is now the thing that we have to look forward to most. We all know Daniel Bryan's going to win. It's in the fucking stars. It's in the cards. Daniel Bryan's going to win, but the thing now is, how are we going to get there? Will we see Vince? Will we see CM Punk? I'm still holding out hope for CM Punk. I think there may be something in there with CM Punk. If he doesn't show up at WrestleMania, then I'm done with it. But I still have a little bit of hope for CM Punk to show up at WrestleMania. But that's your Monday Night Raw review, guys. I know I went longer than I did. Hopefully you last this long. But if you did, please leave your support in the form of a like. It really helps out my channel. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought about Monday Night Raw last night and the big angle between Triple H and Daniel Bryan. Let me know your thoughts at the end of Monday Night Raw and the beatdown of the Yes Movement. And as always, guys, I'll be back on Saturday, with WWE Off the Script News and Rumors. Fuck those other guys. This right here is your #1 source for all your WWE needs right here on YouTube.com. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Take care, and I'll see you guys for Off the Script. See you later, guys.